As Europe debates immigration and multiculturalism, across the Atlantic, Canada says diversity is to be celebrated, not feared.
You can leverage diversity as an asset. The multicultural, multilinguistic, multi-religious diversity of Canada is what helps us grow as a nation.
Canada has welcomed with open arms thousands of refugees, mostly from Syria. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau himself welcomed the refugees as they landed after a long flight.
Our Prime Minister talks about Canada's success because of diversity, not in spite of diversity. And I think that's really, really important, and that says a lot about where he's coming from, especially against the backdrop of what we're seeing around the world in terms of the refugee crisis, or in terms of extremism and examples of terrorist incidents as well.
The ban on burqa and now the burkini in France, and the demand for a partial ban on the burqa in Germany has been met with surprise and concern too.
A hijab or a burqa or a turban or whatever it might be. And we see that whether it's in our military where turbans are worn, or in our RCMP or police force or whatever it may be. These for Canada are very, very fundamental, and they're enshrined in the Charter. So this is a very, very foreign concept for us to think about in terms of what it would mean. And it's certainly something that we value greatly, and when we see these types of things, we of course would see some concern in that regard, because they go against what Canadian values and protected rights are.
Trudeau, who, like his Indian counterpart, has a rockstar following, is expected to visit India in the next few months. The two-way trade between Canada and India has jumped 30% to $8.2 billion last year. Canadian investments in India has risen by 400% in the last 18 months. There's a 70% jump in the number of applications from Indians wanting to study in Canada, and a 20% increase in tourist arrivals from India. Canada plans to further improve air connectivity by introducing a direct flight from Vancouver to New Delhi in October.
There's a very robust defense technology and trading ecosystem of companies in Canada that are starting to do business here.
After trade and investments, Canada now is looking to boost its defense and security ties with India. The envoy says Canada's interests in Afghanistan are aligned with that of India as the two countries ramp up their counter-terrorism cooperation. Ramesh Ramachandran, WION, New Delhi.